Previously on Black Book. Vasilisa finds out the identity of her Roshalka as they both approached the way to her master.
The Rusalka guides you to the mouth of the cave. Before you take another step, she stops you with a slight touch of her icy hand.
Vasya, stop! That bike lives in this hole.
So you led me into a trap?
No. Well, perhaps it is a sort of a trap. But for now, I don't want this fish to eat you.
Can't we go around it?
The way to the Vakurt Palace is through this hole.
Then, when the fish comes out, strike it with your claws. It won't expect it. I'll finish it off with Zagavars.
All right, Vasya.
The pike falls on the river silt with a hiss. In a moment, it disappears, as if it's never been there. A rusalka swims out of the seaweed and points you into the depths of the pike cave. Inside the cave, you realize that you're exhausted. You need to find a place to camp.
rest a bit, Vasya. We still have 1 day of travel.
I do think the Vodyanoi sent you as my guide.
I think he sensed your power, but he didn't tell me this.
What kind of demon is he anyway?
The Vodyanoi has been ruling over the local rivers and lakes for a long time. He was here long before the new god. His palace is at the very depths of the Bluestone. His riches are immeasurable. Ushkuiniks brought him sacrifices as well as millers, fishermen, beekeepers. Everyone who works near the river or a lake has to deal with the Vodyanoi. Us two drowners.
How far is it to the palace?
Not far. Rest a bit now, and then we'll get to it.
This road looks old. Vakul also has complete economy here, with villagers and everything.
The drowners that have been here a long time are saying that this road used to be sacred. Each night, the old gods used to walk it. Now everything's changed to the new rules, and that's why Vakul is angry.
What do you remember from your past?
I remember my father. He brought me up by himself. I remember very little. Nothing else comes to mind.
Don't worry, Evdokia. You'll remember.
Oh, Vasya, who knows? I'm dead, aren't I? What was I doing, Lord Almighty? What will happen to me now? We, the dead, know only one thing. It's better to be alive.
Well, thank you, Vasilisa. Now what? I don't know if I'll ever get out of Vakul's domain now.
We will. We're not gonna stay here forever.
We'll see about that, you amateur Satko.
How will we get out of here? Granted, I'm not really a cat, but I still don't like being underwater.
Soon, Proshka. As soon as we get to the Vodyanoi.
You could always stay here with the other demons, you know.
As if that'd be any better.
An eel emerges from the seaweed, followed by a burbot. After several moments, you are surrounded by a swarm of eels and burbots that move through the seaweed as a huge herd. You soon notice the shepherds. Several drowners with paddles direct the group to a destination known only to them. The drowners stop the fish to talk to you. It turns out that this school of fish was part of a wager that some Vodyanoi lost to Vakul in a game of cards. They are from a river near the Church of the Trinity. Now the dead are steering this herd through the domain of the local evil spirits. After this conversation, you understand evil spirits a little bit better.
heard this is where Vakul collects the graves of his victims. As soon as anyone drowns, a gulbets grows here.
We could perhaps find your name here.
I didn't even think of looking here. I want to go home now, to the surface.
The Vodyanoi may agree to let you go. I'll have to think this through. I'll go take a look at the grave.
I feel a kind of kinship with that gulbets over there. No, I won't approach it.
What's that cave over there?
It belongs to the Vodyanoi. Dead men are forbidden to go there. I can show it to you, though. You're not dead yet.
Enough rummaging in the cemetery.
Are you ready to continue on?
Wait, I forgot something here.
You find the grave the Rusalka pointed out and wipe away the cold silt from the wooden tablet. Indeed, it is the grave of Pahom's daughter. Near the grave, you find Yevdokia's old cross.
I heard this is where Vakul collects the graves of his victims. As soon as anyone drowns, a gulbets grows here.
Wait, I forgot something here.
I heard this is where Vakul collects the graves of his victims. As soon as anyone drowns, a gulbets grows here.
Enough rummaging in the cemetery.
Are you ready to continue on?
Yes, show me the way.
This cave is closed to the dead. Vakul doesn't allow it.
Will you go there with me?
He'll let you out. I'm not sure about me.
So no one's ever been in this cave?
They say a drowner entered it, but Vakul punished him later. He ate him, I think.
Why do you think he forbids entrance?
Maybe he keeps treasure here. Maybe he put some monster inside to keep an eye on it.
Talk later.
Rays of light lead the way into the depths of the cave. The winding paths lead you to a huge altar. Who and how performed services here? You stop in hesitation. A drawing that appeared on the wall looks more recent than the others. It depicts a lizard-like pike. You think you've seen an image like that, but wasn't it a bear? You return from your thoughts to the present moment when you notice a sudden blue flash. A silver mask lies on the altar. You brush the dust off the ancient mask and exit the cave. The Rusalka finally leads you to the Vodinoi's palace gates. They're guarded by two watchmen who, as it seems, are unable to find common ground in an argument.
No, I cursed and cursed. It's you who didn't curse enough. You can't even talk straight, not to mention tear some nets. He's mad because of you. Oh, Rusalka.
You again, my little friends. I'm leading the nowhere to Vakul, as he told me to.
Uh-huh. You're the ones who kept us from tearing the nets properly. Get out of here.
Maybe we can just swim over them?
We can't. There's sorcery here. There's only one entrance to the palace.
Listen, dead man. Vakul called me here himself, and if you won't let me pass, he'll be even angrier.
Even angrier?
Precisely. So move, why don't you?
Wait. We have an order. Only let the knowers in. So, if you're a knower, you should be able to answer this riddle of ours.
Very well. I'm good at these sort of things.
It purrs and purrs, but won't pour out. It runs and runs, but won't run out.
It pours and pours, but won't pour out. It runs and runs, but won't run out. It's a river. I've heard more difficult ones.
Well, that's correct. All right, go through. But how? Your riddle is to blame.
You leave the angry drowners and go on your way. The interior of the Vodinoi's palace doesn't look like old fairy tales. There are old planks instead of the crystal walls, and the place is overgrown with river grasses. You open your book in anticipation. You never know what kind of pests might be hiding in the old palace. Your vigilance pays off. A couple of chorts step out from the darkness. Near the empty gatehouse, you find a huge herd of cows. Among the animals walks an exhausted peasant. He notices you and rushes over to you.
Christ almighty, immortal man! She's alive and not haunted!
Careful not to crush the witch! Oh, I will drag you even further!
A witch? I should have known! There's no other Christian soul around here except for mine! This is where I die!
Don't be so quick to write me off as a spirit. I can help you if you need me to.
You can? Praise the Lord, thank you, thank you!
But it won't be that easy to get you out. I think we should order a prayer. Then Vakul will let you go himself.
Take it. Here's the money I've made here. I am from Nekrasova village. Find my wife there. They've been searching for me. They'll order a prayer, I'm sure of it.
All right. I'll find your wife if I pass through there. Don't lose hope.
The moved peasant catches a tear trickling from his eye and bows deeply before you.
While looking at this corpse, Vakul sold it. You'd never know that this is how he makes new drowners.
So that's how drowners come to be.
The treasures of the Vodyanoi consist of all sorts of things. Silver and gold coins, icon frames studded with precious stones. There aren't any icons in the icon frames.
So, got what you were after, Wedge. What else do you want?
Will the Vodyanoi be here soon?
That's none of your business. We wouldn't let you in anyway. He comes when he wishes to.
What kind of a duo are you anyway?
Who knows? Who knows? Perhaps we're future Vodyanoi.
Very well. We'll talk later.
Unless I announce you to the Vodyanoi, he won't show himself. Ready?
What can you tell me about him?
He's old, has his quirks. He's winning today, so he should be in a good mood. Listen, if he offers you gold, don't take it. Ask for fish scales instead. It's all different here in this world. It's not like what people are used to. Unless I announce you to the Vodyanoi, he won't show himself. Ready?
Yes, bring him in.
Year after year, it's getting worse and worse. So you threw some coins on the old altar. You're not a simple girl. You can solve riddles, but that's only half of it. It means you speak the language of spirits.
Greetings, Vodyanoi grandfather. My name is Vasilisa.
I know your name. I know of everything in my kingdom. Do you think I couldn't get you this very moment unless I really wanted to? I wanted to see what kind of a human you are. You've been helping others, found out the name of Rusalka. I don't approve of that. You have no business taking my servants away. Well, what brings you here?
I wanted to ask you. What's been going on at the salt factory? Did you send the Rusalka and take the brine?
I have this acquaintance of mine. Demidov is his name. Do you know what he did when he built his factory? He threw a glove into the water. Then he took out the other glove, cut out 3 fingers of it, and threw it also into the water. Do you know why?
Demidov threw a glove into the water. Why is this? He promised you a living human sacrifice.
Good job. I can see it's no accident that you can breathe underwater. Did you guess the number of lives?
1 glove, followed by another one with 3 fingers cut off. 5 fingers on one glove and 2 on the other. He promised you 7 offerings.
Correct, witch. You certainly do have knowledge. 7 drowned. Later I'll put them to work in a circle to remember the days of old. Not for you to set them free. And what now? I'd be content with some fisher pouring vodka into the lake. I won't stand for this. Your salt walker also promised me a sacrifice, but he wasn't very eager with making good on it. But I'll take what is due.
You yourself dragged Evdokia to the bottom.
Yes, I myself. Before his salt works, he had a watermill. That's when we made a contract. For this violation, he paid with his daughter. Wasn't eager to pay the tribute for his factory. He's paying for it now.
So you're to blame for all these deaths.
Mind who you're talking to, witch. I took only what's mine to take. For your words, I could turn you into a drowner, but today I will be kind.
How does he get the brine back now?
Do you want to know what to do next? I'll tell you, but you will have to do it properly afterwards. Don't you want to learn anything else?
To begin with, I wanted to ask you. I know the name of the Rusalka. Let her go, now!
Do I look like a bandit to you? Does she look a bride? She can't be saved by a name. She's already dead. You can't bring anyone back from the afterlife.
No, there are ways.
You are talking about your book. She doesn't have anything like that. She will do her time with me. When it is her time to return to the surface, I will let her go, to heaven or hell. That is not for me to decide. And certainly not for you.
I wanted to ask you. What's this cave with writings on the walls?
I've been living here for a long time. Everything used to be different here. There used to be a grave. I kept what's left. Old traditions shouldn't disappear. I simply want to let them.
I wanted to ask you. I need to break the seal on the book.
I know this book, and I know how to break the seal. I'll break it if you do my bidding.
I wanted to ask you. How do I get the brine back? How do I break the seal?
Do you want to know what to do next? I'll tell you, but you will have to do it properly afterwards. Don't you want to learn anything else?
Tell me what you want.
Yes, now there's a good witch. I need a helper on land. You will go to the boathouse that's not far from Vilgard. You will find some bandits there. Lately, they too have forgotten to make offering to me. Make them restore this good tradition.
All right, as you wish.
I like you, Vasilisa. We can become friends after I break the seal. I choose a gift for you. A chest of golden coins or a handful of fish scales.
I'll take the scales. You can't find any such things on the surface.
As you wish, witch. Now return to the surface. Well, have a nice trip. Well, meet right after you fulfill my task. Perhaps at the old watermill of Bahom. I'll break your water seal. And the brine, it depends on Bahom. Surely I'll be able to find a couple of gloves.
You return to your senses on the bank of the Rusalka backwater. You spit out muddy water and inspect your things. Everything is where it should be. With a shudder, you clutch for the black book. It's also here. Only the fish scales have disappeared. To your surprise, you notice a heavy sack with gold coins in its place.
Grandpa, I'm back.
Vasilisa, I did some divinations the other day. Learned that Vakul is holding you captive. And then I went to the Church of the Trinity, did what needed to be done. That's why the water demon let you go.
The prayers may not be the reason. He had a task for me.
You tell old Yegor about the events of recent days.
So that Miller was Bahom. Interesting. A Vadinoi doesn't forget his subjects. Be on the lookout with this demon. He may try to pull one over on you.
I don't trust demons, just as you taught me.
And that's why you helped the Rusalka. That is not the same as a changeling girl. We need to be careful in our line of work, or you'll wind up beneath the earth. Anyway, we need to think about something else. Ask the bandits about Vakul. They might give you some advice.
All right, Grandpa. What kind of bandits make offerings to him?
I think river bandits. not a rare sort nowadays. They may be escaped convicts or former factory workers. You're a powerful knower. They can't hurt you. Curse them if they try anything. Don't let them catch their breath.
I met Rusalka. Do you think we can help her?
The Rusalka? She's dead already. How can you help a dead person? Well, I'm sorry, Vasilisa. I spoke without thinking. I don't think she has friend that can help her.
But I found her name. It must mean something.
You're saying she's Pahom's daughter? Let him think about it.
Can I at least free her from the Vodinoi?
That spirit holds on to his droners until their early time is up. He might let them go sooner, for the right price. Sometimes, of course, they can be saved with prayer. Vodinois who are weaker than ours have a lower price. What price will Vakul ask? No one knows. You can try it if you want to, but the seal takes priority. Don't you forget that.
Do you think he will keep his promise about the salt and the seal?
I dealt with him once, also at a mill. Did everything he had to, but also took all that he could. A powerful shot. Now it's your turn. You'll beat him, never doubt that.
I see. Time to go.
All right. That pothouse of yours isn't far from Salatnova, to the west of Kusheva.
Nekrasova isn't far. One drowner asked me to help him.
I'll get Pahom in the meantime. God help you.
Could you maybe bring me a jug of milk? And some pruno, as much as possible. Instead of bothering me with all that questions.
Yes, Vasilisa. Why won't you treat our guest with mash? Here you go, Proshka, lad. Take it.
Thank you, Grandpa. What a nice guy.
Since when are you getting along so well?
Since the time Proshka saved all our books.
Yeah, there were mice all over. They ate your books, you know? And I caught them all.
So it turned out not a bad thing to have any caught at home. He caught all the mice.
What else do you want to know?
What happened next? How did you live in a church?
Vasilisa. Hard to remember. As if all the memories were gone with the wind.
So, you don't remember anything?
Just a bit. Too little. Well, what you looking at? Try to live such a long time, and then we'll see how good you are with all this remembering business. I do remember living in a rich house where I always sat. As a susietka, I guess. And I looked over all three sides.
All four, you mean?
No. I remember this quite well. Three of them. Our side, one below, and one above. And then there was a wind. It blew at all times, cold, northern. And river shells whispered me something.
Sounds eerie.
No, it was all right. But it is not the whole story. Just give me some time, and I will have it all. What else do you want to know?
Why do you need a pruno? You're undead.
The undead need a treat from time to time, don't they? You know, they sometimes treat Sosietkas and the parents. Why am I any different? What else do you want to know?
Let's go. We'll talk later.
God bless, Igor Yevlampovich. Vasilisa.
Howdy! I thought you decided never visit my izba ever again.
Oh, If God wished it so, I wouldn't. This place of yours scares me something terrible. I can just feel shorts looking at me from the forest. Necessity brought me here. No one can help me but you.
What happened? Is someone's dead?
Oh, no one. Praise the merciful Lord. Well, at least no man was killed. In a cemetery chapel we found a cow that's been missing for several months now.
Sure, I remember that cow. That's the one we couldn't bring back from the Leshy. It's a good thing that you found it.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. It's been found dead. A horrible sight.
I heard that the chapel has been haunted lately.
Right. Weren't you the one who forbade me to exorcise the demons there? Why don't you tell me some more about that silly superstition of mine, huh?
Well, what can I say? I was wrong, Yegor Yevlampovich. Help us, fools. Well, I'll be waiting for you in my church.
I think we should inspect that cow. I have a bad feeling about it.
All right, Grandpa. Let's get going.
What is happening within the cemetery? And what does this have to do with Igor? Find out next time on Black